Brent Wilsey of Wilsey Asset Management is here to give us the ins and outs of buying, loaning, and selling at local pawn shops. Brent, good morning. Great to see you as always.
Good morning. Good to be here.
Only thing I know about pawn shops, we just mentioned, is what I see on Pawn Stars.
That's right.
That's it.
They really made it popular, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. But that's you learn a lot.
You learn a lot from them. And yeah, and one thing you learn is like what you can do there. And again, pawn shops are something that you don't think about them. There's over 90 of them in San Diego County. You don't see them very often, but there's 90 of them, over 90 of them.
Yeah, so why did you tell our viewers, you told me earlier, why you decided to make this a segment today?
Sure. Because like, you know, with inflation and stuff, you're kind of running short maybe at the end of the month, kind of pulling back. There may be things in your garage, things in your attic that you're not using. You can very simply go down to a pawn shop and either sell them or you can loan against them if you want to, which we have to understand the differences. And also too, pawn shops, they're great for getting good deals on buying stuff as well.
All right, what's the first thing we need to know?
Well, the first thing you know is that pawn shops, again, they are regulated by the California Department of Justice. Now, one thing about that is that it's kind of nice that they're regulated. They regulate the financial side of pawn shops. Also, too, there's an association called CAPA, which is California Pawn Shop Association. I would kind of look for a pawn shop that's part of that because they talk about ethics and so forth. Sure. So you want to go to a reputable pawn shop. Now, when you're doing that, again, three different things you can do. You can buy at a pawn shop, you can sell at a pawn shop, or you can borrow against collateral, something that you have, which is why they call it pawning. So you got to be careful in the differences of what you do here. So if you're going to go in, want some great deals, go in a pawn shop. Look what they got. You get some great deals at a pawn shop. You don't have to wait online to get the product. You can walk in, you know, point of purchase. Oh, there it is. I got a great firearm. I got a great, you know, gold, whatever it may be. Right there, you can buy it right on spot.
And when it comes to getting a loan against something that you give to them, there are terms. How do the terms work?
It's very expensive, and this is something you really want to think about. You do not want to bring in a fairly heirloom and say, okay, I really want to have this, but I'm going to loan against it. First off, the interest rates are very high. They're 10 to 25% per month.
Wow.
So you don't want to do this much longer than 2 months. Right. You also want to make sure that if you're going to, you know, pawn something, that you have maybe a big cash refund coming in, or maybe something happened with a delay on your check. This is a very short-term loan because no bank's going to give it to you, nobody else. This is only for emergencies that you're going to, and you know you're going to get cash coming in from some other source within the next 30 to 60 days. I would not do it longer than that.
What are the good things to sell at a pawn shop or to buy at a pawn shop?
Well, the best things to buy at a pawn shop would be you want to get your jewelry, your tools, your firearms. These are things that you can get probably some good deals on and you know, buy the pawn shop. The ones you don't want to buy at pawn shops would be things like vacuum cleaners, electronics, because they do not have a good return policy. So that's why you don't want to buy these items, because you take it home, works for a week, stops working, you can't take it back. You're out of your money. So you want to make sure you're buying something that, and musical instruments is another one that's good to buy at pawn shops.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah.
So I like what you said about the CAPA. Is that what it's called?
CAPA.
That's you want to. It's kind of like the Better Business Bureau for pawn stars.
Yes.
Pawn shops.
Pawn shops. Yeah, you always say pawn stars. I know the show. I know. Everybody knows the show. But yeah, it just gives you some a feeling. And again, the California Department of Justice, they regulate them for the financial side. But a couple things you want to look at when you do go in a pawn shop. Don't expect to get top dollar. Keep in mind that you're going in there, you'll get immediate cash within probably 10-15 minutes, because you're avoiding the hassle of trying to sell it on eBay and waiting for the delivery, or trying to sell it yourself, talking to people. So they've got to sell it for top dollar, so therefore they're going to give you maybe 50% of what you think it's worth. But you can also negotiate with these people. If they say, well, this set of drums are worth $200. Well, you know, gosh, I really wanted $275. What? Maybe you should watch Pawn Stars first before you go to the pawn shop and get some deal. But you can negotiate.
And one thing they always mention in the show is like, look, it might not go that fast. This is going to take up a lot of room in my shop, and so that. But you don't have leverage there. They do.
They do, and you can talk to them. And I would also recommend going to 3 different pawns. You got me going now. Pawn shops to look around and get some different quotes and get comfortable with it. It's kind of like a game you're going to play.
Yeah.
When you play Monopoly or these other games, you play them many times times get good at it. This is the same thing. It's another game you're playing. So don't think you're going to go in there and do great. Go to 2 or 3 different places, kind of get used to how it's done. Watch the show, I think, a couple of times can help you as well. But you can do pretty good with those items that maybe you're just not using, sitting in the garage, and that'll make up the difference maybe at the end of the month when you're coming short, a couple $100 a month. Yeah, do it that way.
All right. Brent Wilsey, Wilsey Asset Management. Thanks a lot. I'm glad we did this topic
Yeah,
today.
that was a fun one.
It was fun.
Yeah.
All right.